and your offense never seemed to catch up to your defense. Were you happy with the looks you were generating, or are you going to have to make some adjustments?
I think I was, well, we'll make some adjustments and everything, obviously. But, yeah, I was happy with the looks we got. I wasn't happy with the 18 turnovers that we had. And that's, to me, probably the difference in the game. We just turned the ball over too many times.
Mike, the bench scoring went 40-10. Was that pretty much the nightmare scenario, being kind of thin coming into the series?
A little bit, but, you know, that'll change. You know, that's not a stat that I look at a whole lot because, you know, maybe your bench doesn't play a whole lot. Who knows? But, you know, we had some guys that had good looks that didn't put them down today. And for us to win, we're going to have to make some shots.
Mike, things came together rather quickly after Kobe went out. You had those 2 wins. You looked good on defense and working inside out. How much of a work in progress are you guys still dealing without Kobe?
A little bit. It's not an excuse. We have enough. And again, I thought we had good shots. We got to knock them down. And especially in the first half, I just thought that was the difference. Second half, and then we're turning the ball over too many times. Because if you don't hit shots, then we're forcing inside. And it just is not a smooth balance in between the two. And got to give San Antonio credit. They came down, they hit the big shots. Ginobili steps into a 3. They ran down a couple offensive rebounds and got a 3. And they got to, you know, got out of reach a little bit.
Mike, you've seen Ginobili do this a million times over the years. It's not just his scoring, but his playmaking also. How did he really kind of take control of that game, late third, early fourth?
Well, that's what he does. He's good at it. Obviously, 3 for 5 from threes, and even the first half, I thought he kept them ahead of us. So yeah, he's a big, you know, the 3 guys. It's only been about 15 years they've been doing this, so they're good. And like I said, give them credit. But at the same time, we'll see Wednesday. We'll play the same way and see if we can hit the big shots.
A lot of the looks that Pal had, mostly on jumpers, they didn't go in. Did you like the shots he was taking there, or did you want him to work more in the post?
You know, you just can't put 15 guys near the basket and think you're gonna, you know, he's got to go in and out. We don't want to, you know, always jump shot, not always. You got to mix it up. As long as they're good shots, he'll make those shots. You know, the biggest thing again, you know, we outshoot them. When I'm talking about shots all the time, we still have a better percentage than it. We have 18 turnovers, and that really hurt us. And some of that was turning down shots that were open and trying to force it in a little bit too much. But we have to have the balance, and we have to clean some things up to be able to get the ball a little bit easier. But overall, again, they made big plays we didn't.
Yeah, Kobe tweeted throughout the game, and he was tweeting, "Get the ball inside, get the ball inside." Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's what we did. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I would think so. It's great to have that commentary. It's good.
Yeah. Well, here, you know, in fact, that's my next question. Do you think it's appropriate for him to be coaching?
Oh, that's fine. He's a fan right now. You know, and he's a fan, and you guys put a little bit more importance on that kind of fan. But he's a fan, and he gets excited, and I'm sure, you know, he'll, you know, he wants to be part of it, which I don't blame him. So it's good.
Mike, a lot of your struggles were with not hitting shots, and turnovers really came in the first quarter in particular. Any idea why that you guys came out so slow today?
Oh, no, there's no reason other than you're playing San Antonio. You know, they were, it's a good team. And, but maybe a little bit, you know, we can put Steve back in there. So it's a little bit different, you know, system or whatever, because you have him running it. But, you know, it is a little bit of a slower start, but we got it down to 4. We were there a couple times. And again, give them credit. They came down. Ginobili either walked into a 3 or they ran down a foul, a rebound and kicked it out for a 3. They hit bigger shots than we hit. Something I said? I don't remember that.
Coach, before the game you mentioned Steve Blake, and one of the reasons you wanted to start him was to put him on Tony Parker as much as possible. Were you happy with the job he did defensively?
Yeah, you know, again, I don't want to go too crazy because Tony Parker is good. He's real good. And but Steve Blake's going to give you all his guys. He's a good, very good defensive player, and he battled. He'll battle until, you know, till the last breath. But I thought he did a good job.
Mike, I know you were monitoring Steve Nash pretty closely in just his minutes. How did you think he looked in battling through it, and how do you think that will play for a game?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought he was a little banged up toward the end. Maybe he was tired or whatever. But it's something that we're going to have to watch. He's not 100%. We do need his shooting on the weak side when the ball goes in our bigs. He can knock that down. We need that. So we'll see.
All right, that's Lakers coach Mike D'Antoni. Much more to come on Access Sportsnet Lakers. Coming up, we'll hear from Steve Blake and